Nope. Fuck it. Alright. Hello, everybody, and welcome to a different type of video for my channel compared to everything I've done in the past. And that's because I am doing a building tutorial, and this is going to be about Ruby Rose from the show RWBY by Rooster Teeth. So, I'm going to have the image on screen of what the art I'm using is. Also, shout out to the artists, they are incredibly talented, and I'll probably be using more of their art in the future if this does well. So we're going to start with some of the blocks we're going to be using here. We're going to do, so right here, the outline and the black colors are going to be black wool, black concrete, and I believe this is polished black stone. So this is mostly going to be used for the outline, as well as dark, extremely dark tones, or just like a dark gray, which I would use the polished black stone for. The next thing is red. There are actually a lot of options for red. I didn't use all of these, but the ones I most commonly used were red terracotta, which is right here, as well as netherrack and red nether bricks, which are both used pretty often, and then redstone blocks, and I believe, I don't remember if there's a bit of red wool, but it's going to be redstone blocks in as well. That's also going to be a big one. So next we have gray, and in all honesty, I put gravel here because I thought I might use it, but I just didn't use it at all. But these other 4 blocks you see, you have the light gray wool, and I believe this is gray terracotta as well. Sorry, yeah, no, I think this is light gray concrete, and then we have dark gray wool. I think this is labeled as just gray, and then gray concrete. Next we have white, because there's a little bit of white in here for the blade of Crescent Rose, which is the name of the scythe that this character uses. So we have white concrete, white wool, and iron blocks. Now, you know, if you are making this in survival, I'm assuming you are not going to have just iron blocks on lock just to use for this. So at any point in time where I use iron blocks, it is, it's perfectly fine. Like, I think it fits the build very well if you use wool or white concrete with it. I don't think it'll make it look any worse. Or, depending on how you look at it, maybe it makes it better. Next, we have the skin tones. This is stripped jungle logs and white terracotta. I think this is white terracotta. If you don't have stripped jungle logs, I've also seen polished granite be used as a substitute. And next we have the hair, which is brown concrete and brown terracotta. We have the eyes, which are blue based on the original design of the art, but you could always do silver instead, as the character in the show has silver eyes. And then finally we have the leggings, which are going to be a flavorful bunch of woods, not wools, from oak wood, stripped spruce, and stripped dark oak. So let's get started with the outline. So as we get started with the outline, before I started recording, I already built some of it, so I'm going to flash through all the parts of the outline that I built before this. In the meantime, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe and the like button. It helps me know that people actually enjoyed this, and I'll probably do more pixel art if that happens. Also, shout out to the amazing artist who made this art. Their name is Lenbox, or Box, or Lenbox, I'm not sure. But the links to their deviant art will be in the description if you're interested in checking them out. One more thing to add to this whole intro thing. If you are interested in seeing more pixel art, even if you don't care to subscribe, which you should by the way, leave a comment about what you want to see next, and odds are I'll at least look into making it. right about here I made a small mistake in the outline, is that I made this 2 block high down, or 2 block down I guess, 2 blocks instead of 3. This is caused me issues later on, so I'm just making sure you know now that you want to make this 3 blocks tall instead of 2, so just go down 1 more and then continue everything else as normal. So the next section we are going to be doing is the main body of crescent rose, or the sickle. Now we're going to start off with the red portion, and for that I am using red nether bricks, redstone, pink terracotta, it was not red, and netherrack. And I'm going to use that to make this portion, and then next is going to be the gray. For the gray, I use dark gray wool, polished blackstone, light gray concrete, light gray wool, and dark gray wool, or just gray wool, I guess it's labeled as. And then for the white, I used all the white blocks that I listed earlier, being white wool, white concrete, and iron blocks. So for this next quick section, we're going to do the feet, and this is only using a combination of blocks used before. I'll list everything on the screen, and this is going to be a little quick one. Not too much goes into this, pretty basic because it's such a small part. The next section we are doing is the head slash hair and most of the skin, but pretty much just the hands for right now. So this is going to be done using the brown concrete and terracotta, the white terracotta and the stripped jungle logs, the nether wart blocks, and the red nether bricks, as well as for the eyes specifically, the light blue terracotta and blue terracotta, as well as white concrete for the rest of the eyes. Alright, we're almost halfway done, and the next section is going to be the handle for crescent rose. This is going to be done by using redstone, polished blackstone, red nether brick, pink terracotta, light gray concrete, black concrete as well for more outlining. And yeah, this part is actually kind of interesting. I liked it because it's like you're building kind of a staircase for the most part going down, and it can be very easy to lose your place. So I'd recommend going off of the colors or the shifting colors as you progressively go downwards, rather than matching up the bottom perfectly and then going from there. Alright, so the next section is going to be a little bit of a weird one. It's going to be the arms, which is going to use all of the gray being light gray concrete and wool, regular gray concrete and wool, polished black stone, as well as iron blocks and white wool. Also using black wool for a little bit near the end, and a hint of oak wood that is going to come in the beginning, as you'll see. Alright, so for the last major section of this build, it is going to be, or I guess the last complex section, it's going to be the legs and the body. Most of the body is going to be in this one. And this is going to use a lot of the blocks used before, but also the last of the legging blocks. So you're going to be starting with oak wood, stripped spruce, and stripped dark oak. Going up, you're going to need stripped jungle logs and white terracotta. And then going up further, you're going to need red nether brick, redstone, netherrack, and then polished black stone, dark gray concrete, light gray concrete, light gray wool, and that should do it for this section. Congrats if you've done all this so far, because this is honestly a really fun thing for me to do, and I appreciate if you're actually taking the time to build this, whether you're doing this in survival or creative. Alright, so we are almost done. This section is going to be the hood that is right next to the head. And for this you are going to need netherrack, redstone blocks, red nether brick, and actually that's just it for this one. Very small part before we wrap everything up with the cape. And it's finally time for the end. Right now, the last part is the cape, which is going to be solely made out of red nether brick, or any red block you're choosing, honestly. You can use it to draw more attention to the cape, or like choosing like a brighter one, or I chose a more dull looking red, like the red nether brick, just so that way it kind of completes the whole image rather than stands out more than the rest. I wanted to say thank you so much if you watched everything, and if you actually built this. I really do appreciate anyone who actually would take the time to do this. And, you know, if you want to see more, make sure to hit the like and the subscribe button. And I'll see you next time.